So thank you for invitation. Thank you to the organizers. Thank you to the staff of the museum, colleagues, friends. First, I want to apologize. I'm an old French man, and so I'm not very comfortable with English language. So, but my colleague here, Michael and Yolande, will help me in the discussion if there is question and something you don't understand. If you want to know something else about our museum, for people who have not been in Marseille, but I think everybody there have been once in Marseille to see the museum, we have some booklets, and we can offer them to you if you wish. So my colleague asked me to try to explain what is something it is in the core of our collection policy that we call collecting campaigns. Collecting campaigns is a kind of survey, of ethnological survey with something else. And something else is that we have to collect assets, objects, to enter in the collection. So I will present you some slides. I have only 9 minutes now. So some slides, and I think tomorrow I will do another exercise to present you how objects enter the museum generally. So tomorrow you have another chance to understand something at our collection. So you know that museum focus on the culture of the Mediterranean area and also for Europe, European civilizations. Our collection, we were very proud to know, I was very proud to say you that we have about 1 million objects, but in this museum you are more, so we are a little ashamed. We have only 250,000 objects, three-dimensional objects, and also, of course, photography and books and archives and so on. Where does this collection come from? From which part of our area, cultural area, they talk? You can see there is, of course, a few things, only 11,000 from the south of Mediterranean area. The most part of our collection is from France, of course, because our museum comes from a French museum in Paris, set in Paris at the end of the 19th century. You know it. It's Musée des Arts et Traditions Populaires, museum for folk art and traditional things in France. So some view of the collection, I go quickly to explain you what we call collecting campaigns or collection campaigns. So you can read there the presentation of this collecting campaigns. They are nothing else than a survey, an ethnological survey by curators, also by researchers, by colleagues, colleagues from France, from the museum, but also colleagues from the part of the world we organize the survey, of course, the collect, but with something else. I said that something else is to collect at the end of the survey pieces, objects we could enter the collection of our museum. Some examples of collecting campaigns. After 2000, as you know, we decide to collect things in the area field of the museum, so Europe and Mediterranean. So we organize international collecting campaigns. So you can read there collecting campaigns about blacksmiths, urban culture, glass making, some maybe crafts, as you can guess. Memory of AIDS. It was an important campaign with about 50,000 objects which enter the collections about AIDS. Making of gender, which make an exhibition in museum in 2013. Bagpipes, souvenir, ecological, paradise, and so you have some assets coming from the AIDS campaigns. And I will talk about some recent collecting campaigns. So we have the cork oak and the utilization in the Mediterranean area. You know that cork oak is specifically from Mediterranean. There is no cork oak outside Mediterranean area. Shared Holy Places, it was an exhibition last year. Football and Identities, we have a colleague, we work on football, and it will do an exhibition, we will organize an exhibition in 2017. And I will focus on the campaigns I carry on, economy of waste, because is the campaigns I know the better. And there is also from this year collecting campaigns about tag and graphs. So it's about football, you know, there is many photographs, of course, but recording of people and, of course, objects coming from different parts of the Mediterranean area to document football and to document supporting cultures. 2 minutes. So, my campaigns and we which give an exhibition in 2017 is called Junk. It's about economy of waste. And economy of waste is, of course, collecting waste, but also recycling waste. And we will we aim to document in many parts of the Mediterranean area. You have some view of this kind of things. Yes, in many parts of the area, this kind of economy with, of course, the workers, formal and informal workers, craftsmen and industry, but also political and social problems, social issues of the waste economy, and also ecological issues. So you can see there, we have about 8 fieldworks around Mediterranean area, in the south of France, of course, in Morocco, in Tunisia, in the south of Italy, Napoli, as you can guess, it's an important place for waste things, waste issue. Tirana in Albania, Istanbul, Turkey, and Cairo. So you have there so this survey are carried on by researchers, so you have the name of the researchers, and the date of the survey. So this one, and things which are still collected by our colleagues. So you can see there is recording, there is rush, film rush, video rush, and also photographies, and sometimes assets, objects. For example, we organize in Cairo the making of a cart, and a cart specialized for the waste, collecting waste, transport of waste. And and we photography and film the making of this cart. So some objects from Cairo. So you have some baskets, plastic baskets, which are used to collect the waste in Cairo. Something field work in Tunisia about second-hand things, a very important economy of second-hand clothes in Tunisia now. Something about some crafts, some recycling crafts. I make last week a film about a craftsman in Morocco. We deal with tires, and which make bags and so things with useful things with tires. Documenting marine pollutions, of course, it's very important. Plastic pollution in the Mediterranean Sea, it's very important. Something some researcher did a survey in Istanbul about the circuit. How do you say circuit? Circuit of a Westman. This Westman you can see on the right of the slide with his small cart, small chariot, and which makes, it's very interesting, 9 kilometers in 3 hours and collects about 80 kilos of waste. So it's a very interesting survey inside in the core of the city of Istanbul. And the last survey, but we will continue, is a survey about demolition sites of boats, of ships in Turkey, in the south of Turkey. So that's the end. Waiting for you in Marseille in 2017, but sooner if you want, of course.